Hello, hello. I am Chas, and welcome to the 1 hour workday. Isn't this exciting? So, this is the 1 hour workday, which is actually kind of part of the 3 hour workday. So, this is part one of the 3 hour workday. And it just happens to be probably the majority of what you would do in a day. And it's also like the thing that trips people up the most. So, that's why we're talking about it today. That's why we're talking about this first. So, let me introduce myself. My name is Chas. If you are new to my world, thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited to serve you, to help you create ease and flow in your life, to help you create ease and flow in your marketing, and to help you create ease and flow in your whole business in general. That's what I am here. That's why I'm put on this planet, and that's what I am here to do. So, why what the heck is a 1 hour workday, Chess? And yeah. So, and why did you get into it? So let's start with that. So I started working the 3 hour workday shortly after I started this business. So, backstory, if you don't know me, I have been in business pretty much my whole life. I started my first business in 2002, and I've worked at a day job for 3.5 years in that time period. And that was teaching other people business. And that was from 2016 to 2019. And so I've pretty much been in business my whole life. I grew up in the self-employment industry. My aunts and my grandma, they owned the local town restaurant and gas bar, and I grew up there. My mom worked there when I was really little, and then I started working there when I was 12. And so my aunt had taught me like all the business stuff on how to do like payroll and how to do invoicing, because they didn't even have credit cards like back in that day. You had to do like IOUs and like weird things. Anyways, we're not talking about that today. Anyways, and so I kind of grew up in this whole world of business, and I love it. I look at business as an amazing tool for women to create the lives that they want to live, to create financial independence, to create just independence, and to really express themselves of who they are and what they're put on the planet to do. And your business is a fan freaking tastic tool to use that in. And so, yeah, so I started my first business in 2002. And then I moved to Calgary and had my kids. And then I started in the personal training business and started working at a gym as a trainer and started teaching group fitness classes. And that's when I shattered my leg, because I had actually posted on Facebook, bing, 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 bing. I need a break. Like, I actually wrote this. Oh, this time of year, actually, today I think is my anniversary of my surgery. I posted on this like in 2009, so 14 years ago this week, that I needed a break. And 3 days later, I was running to the bus to go to work, and I completely shattered my leg. And it was like directly a relation of being burnt out, being physically tired, being like mentally tired, because my kids were like toddlers at the time, and like ignoring all the warning signs that like you need a break, Chas. And I just ignored those signs. And so therefore the universe, God, was like, well, you need a break. You asked for it. Here's your break. So I literally broke my leg, sat on the couch for like 4 months, 6 months, an eternity anyway, and had surgery. And all the time I was thinking like, oh man, I really want women to be like, to go in and to work out and be like really efficient in their workouts and be really effective in their workouts. And like, I hated seeing people at the gym on their cell phones and talking while they're like working out, because I'm like, you're just not utilizing your time very well, right? And so it's always kind of been in me that I want to help women utilize their time, because we are busy people. We like to do lots of different things, and we are conditioned to do lots of different things. We are conditioned to wear multiple hats and to multitask and get all the things done, right? But based on my experience, that always leads to burnout. And I don't feel like I need to really go into details of what it's like to burn out, because you'll know when you know. When you're crying in the shower forever, when you hate everything about your life and especially your job, that's burnout. When you're just exhausted and you don't know why, that's burnout. When you're sick all the time, these are all like red flags. Something needs to change. You need to chill out, or I will make you chill out. That's burnout. And um, so I want to help women avoid burning out and to just be really effective and efficient with our time. So it started with that in the fitness industry, and now we're into the business world because I went back to and got my master's in international development, and I wanted to help women all around the world doing the exact same thing, creating joy and happiness and taking control of their lives, and not being a victim to circumstance. And so I went into international development. Long story short, started working for a nonprofit here in Calgary, teaching new immigrants to Canada how to start businesses, teaching low-income women on how to start businesses, because this is like the tool of creating the life that you want. Co-creating the life that you want is using what you were good at and turning it into a business. And that's why you're here. You took something that you're really good at and you turned it into a business, right? And now you're like, oh my goodness, I'm working all the time. It's so stressful. I don't have any clients. I don't have enough clients. I don't have enough money. And I don't know what to do. And I'm about to burn out. I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to quit. No, you're not going to quit, because I'm going to teach you how to work less so that you can find more balance and you can fall in love with your business again, and you can fall in love with your family again, and you can live your life outside of your computer. Hey, sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. So I am doing a workshop on the 3-hour workday. It's going to be 3 days because we're going to get a lot more in depth into the 3 different aspects of the 3-hour workday. And so right now that's a pay as you can model. It starts, I want to say April 14th or 17th or something like that. Oops. If you want, I have the link in my bio, or also just send me a DM and I will message you the link for that. But it's a pay what you can model, meaning pay what you want. And that I'm going to teach you exactly how to structure your day to work 3 hours a day, because that's all you need. That's all you need to do. You don't need to work 8 hours. I'm very against an 8-hour workday. Always have. Like even in my day job where I'm like paid to work 37.5 hours, but I have to be there for 40 plus hours. Like half the time I was either like really, really busy or really, really bored. No happy medium, right? Like either really busy or really bored. Anyways, so I started working when I started this business. I became a coach. Well, I was coaching in my day job. Like I said, I was teaching business, coaching in business. And it was like, I'm starting my own business because I got fired. And I'm just not ready to work for anybody else. You know that feeling? Yeah, that's so. And so I started this business being like, I'm not going to burn out. I'm going to set my rules on how I want to work, when I want to work, who I want to work with, and go from there. And so I started that, and then very quickly I hired a coach like a month into my business, and because I wanted to learn more about the online world and creating programs and courses, and I learned very quickly that like the coaching industry, the business world is very much do all these things, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and you will get money. Do this, and you will get money. But we need a shift in our mindset here, in that if it was as easy as following somebody's step-by-steps to making $1 million, we would all be millionaires. But that is not true, because we're not. A lot of people are struggling in business, and a lot of people are millionaires in this business, right? So it's not just the what to do's. There's a lot of mindset involved and a lot of belief and thought work that's involved in your business. And so we're going to get more into that into the 3-hour work day. But today we're going to talk about the 1 hour a day marketing your business. But it does start with this mindset of believing that you don't need to work more to make more. That is an integral belief into working less. If you want to work less, you have to believe that it's possible that if I do this, this happens. You have to get rid of that thinking of like, if I do this, I'll get this. If I post every day, I'll make $1 million. If I like sell every day, I'll make $1 million. If I cold message 100 people a day, I will make $1 million. We have to get rid of that thinking because that's an if-then thinking that's going to keep you doing more and more and more and more things. Because then that literally is the belief. If I do more things, I will make more money. And I want to show to you that that is not true. We live in a glorious time right now where there's like, especially, I'm going to talk about women because that's who I prefer and love to work with. And for a lot of different reasons that I'm not going to get into. But a lot of my social justice movements are around women. Anyways, oh my goodness, I totally lost what I was going to talk about. Oh my goodness. Don't you hate that when you just like lose a thought? Whatever, if it's meant to be, it will come back. That is a big rule that I have. Whatever is meant to be will come back to me. So that's another little like selfish little tip I'm sending with you today is if it's meant to be, when you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're like, your brain isn't shutting off, you have to remind yourself, if it's meant to be, that thought will come back to me. Okay. If it's meant to be, that thought will come back to me. So remember that because that's really going to help you, like keeping you from burning out. That's really going to help you sleep a lot better if you just trust yourself. Trust that that thought will come back if it's meant to be. Anyways, so we don't need to work all day, every day. No, right? So if you just look at lots of like, if you are in the coaching industry, I want you to look at a lot of the millionaire coaches out there, like the big names out there right now. Even like my coach, Ruthie, she's making 500,000 a year, and like her coach is making like millions a year, and they're not working all day long. They're not. I developed this before this became a trend, just so you know, because I developed this in 2019. Oh, that's what I was talking about. In 2019, I started the 3-hour workday because I caught myself wanting to be and do what everybody else was doing. And it was like, no, no, no. I found I was catching myself. I was burning out. I was starting to burn out. And that's a big no-no in my world. I'm like, that is like a hard no. I am never burning out again. I'm here to be happy and to experience the good things of life and make other people smile as well along the way. And I caught myself though being like, if I just do more, what do I need to do more of, Coach Sarah, so that I can make more money? And that whole mentality leads to working all the time. So then it was like a Sunday afternoon. I was working on my website and doing some blogs and updating an email sequence and creating more triggers in the email sequence. And then it was just like my kids were like, okay, well, we're going to go sledding. And I was like, oh, that sounds like so much fun. I'm going to stay here on my computer on a Sunday afternoon. And then tomorrow you're going to go to school and I'm missing out on your life. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So right then, shut down the computer, shut down the website. I don't use a website anymore, and went for simplicity. I started like Monday morning, started looking at ways of like, how can I make this easier? How can I make this more simple? How can the marketing funnel be easier for myself and for my client? Because I gave up the website because my existing clients, I had like 10 at the time. None of them even knew that I had a website. They didn't buy from me from the website. They bought from me when we connected on social media. And so I was like, hey, let's simplify, let's simplify, let's simplify. So this leads me to the 3-hour workday. This leads me to the 1 hour of marketing workday. Grab your pen. Grab your pen. I'm going to tell you what to do in this 1 hour. But like I said, it all starts with the belief that you do not need to work more to make more money. You need to work intentionally and focused. And you will get it done. You will get the work done that needs to happen. And then you relax. You let go. You let God, universe, spirit, however you identify as your higher power, be in control, because we can't control our results. We control our actions that we take. We can control our thoughts. We can control our beliefs. And but we can't control those results. I can't control who's on here. Nope. I can't control who's watching. But if I didn't show up, no one would. So here we are. Here we are. 1 hour of marketing a day. So marketing is building relationships with people. So it is building the know, like, and trust factor of between you and your potential client. It is not just sales. Sales is its own process at the end of the marketing process. So know, like, trust, buy. Know, like, trust, buy. And so we got to think of things of how are people going to find out who we are? How are they going to know who you are and what you do? Right? So this is the marketing strategy. How are people going to find out who you are and what you do? So you can think of like, oh, well, how did I find Chas? Okay, well, I found her like on Instagram, or I found her through a friend, or I found her through Facebook or whatever. So think of how you got here, or think of how you hired your last coach, your last teacher, and think of what worked for you. Think of what worked for you, because chances are if it works for you, it's probably going to work as well for your client. So thinking of what's easier, and if it worked for you, that means it's going to be a lot easier for you to implement because you've already experienced that. So you've already experienced what it's like to like find somebody on Instagram, fall in love with them, and then buy from them, right? So then you can replicate that for yourself if that feels good to you. So marketing, know, like, and trust. So you're always thinking about that. You're always thinking of building the relationships with people. Otherwise, like advertising is like the billboard on the side of the highway, right? It's on the ad, it's on the TV. The ad that shows up when you're playing your games on your phone. One-way street. One-way street. When was the last time you bought because you saw a billboard? When was the last time you bought when you saw an ad on TV? Did you just go and buy that car right away? Doubt it. When was the last time that you like saw an ad for the first time on your Instagram and you pushed buy? When was the last time you did that? So we have to understand the buying cycles of people. This goes more into sales psychology, which I'm not going to get huge into, but you have to understand that it takes time for people to buy from you. People need to know, like, and trust you, and they need to see your offer 7 to 14 times before they buy from you. So our marketing strategy is how to get in front of that same person 7 to 14 times so they can buy from us. And this is where relationship building is like bang on key. This is where posting on social media, bang on key. This is where posting in your stories. Guess what? It's amazing, right? We like are so lucky to live in this world of social media where I can talk to hundreds of people a day. Oh my God, only like 300 people saw that reel. Yeah. When was the last time you spoke in front of a crowd of 300 people every single day? When? Maybe if you're like a worldwide speaker and you have speaking engagements like in every city, like in every night, but that gets exhausting. So social media is this great blessing that we have, this great tool that we have where we can help so many people without leaving our homes, for one, and around the world. So we got to start to love this tool of social media because that's what we're using it for. We're using social media as a marketing tool to grow our businesses, to help people know, like, and trust you. And then they can buy from you, right? So if we start to shift and learn to love social media a little bit more, because it is a great opportunity to get in front of people. Heck, if one person liked that post, that's one person who saw you and was like, ooh, I like what she had to say, right? So we got to let go of those numbers. We can't control those things, but we can control if we show up. So for marketing, like I've said a million times, is that you don't need to be online a million times a day. You don't need to be online for 12 hours a day. We just got to be more intentional and focused about what we do. So here is the breakdown of the 1 hour workday on social media. Okay. So 20 minutes. We're going to break this down in 20-minute intervals. Okay. So there's 3 parts to keep it nice and simple. 3 intervals. So starting off with writing your content. So we're going to start off with content, then we're going to create the graphics, and then we're engaging. Those are the 3 pillars of the 3-hour workday, broken in 20-minute segments. So what do you do? What do you write? What do you write? So this is a bigger discussion that is all about how to create content easily. And so creating content and writing content easily, it starts to flow more when you love what you're selling and you know that what you are selling transforms people's lives and that you are gifted in it and that you love doing everything about it and you just want to talk about it all day. So social media is a great time where you can talk about it all day. But it seems to be that as soon as you go to write a post, you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. Am I right? I know I'm right because all my clients come to me with that. So I'm going to teach you a little format. 3 steps: know, be, and do. So I want you to think of your offer, your business, and what is the end result of this? What is the change that you want to help people with? Why do you have this offer? What's the purpose of it? So coming back into your why. Why do you have your business? Okay, so what is the end result? I am teaching a program on this. I was just going to check to see when I have it scheduled. I can't remember if I have it scheduled for in April or May, but we're going to create your offer. And it's very similar to creating your content in this same exact way. So we're going to start off with the end in mind, starting off with the end result, and reverse engineer it. Okay, so now what do people need to know, be, and do in order to accomplish that result? Know, be, and do. Know, feel, and do in order to accomplish that result. So you think of these things and just brainstorm everything that you know, because you know all the things about your business. You know about how, let's use weight loss as an example. You know that your purpose is to help women look to lose weight, to have more energy, to feel good about themselves. Positive body self-image. So what do they need to know to do that? Well, they need to know what foods are good for them. They need to know how many calories they should eat a day. They need to know maybe what macros they should be eating. They need to know what kind of fitness program they need to go with, right? So we write those things down. What do they need to know? No. How often should you exercise? And so with the no's, I really like to use the 5 W's and the how's of who needs to know this? What do they need to know? Why do they need to know it? When can they implement this? Who, what, when, where, and then how. So those are great quick tips on writing no's, the no's, K-N-O-W. Then B's, exactly the same. What do people need to know? B, what do they need to believe? What are the thoughts that they need to have? And this is where you can get into some more thought-provoking and emotional connecting content. So this could be like really like, I want to help you feel happy. I want to help you feel fulfilled. Like, how satisfying would it feel if you could eat a pizza and then still lose 5 pounds this day? Like, oh, that would feel so great. So connecting with feelings and then also beliefs. Like, in order to lose 10 pounds in a week, you got to like believe that it's altogether possible. That's why I started with the believing that you can work 3 hours a day, believing that you can spend 1 hour a day on marketing, right? It all starts with belief. Then do. What do they need to do? Like physically, mentally, emotionally, do in order to accomplish that end result. So that's like a super quick overview of content, because then we also have like, you can make it more complicated into like, okay, this post is an emotional post, this is an educational post, and this is an entertaining post. And then you mix in carousels, reels, however. You can like, so when it comes to posting, I do want to encourage you to post every day, because I do believe that posting every day keeps you consistent, keeps you committed, keeps you in the belief that this is happening, keeps you being seen, keeps you in the front of like, and like even the algorithm like just prioritizes people who post every day. Right. So let's say, and it also shows just a level of commitment that you have to yourself. My opinion, like that might sound harsh, but it is like, I'm committed to myself. I'm committed to my business. I'm not just going to show up on Monday and then cry my eyeballs out the rest of the week about why nobody buys the program that I didn't even talk about, and then expect them to buy from me when I'm only showing up inconsistently. When I'm showing up for my business inconsistently, I'm going to buy from the person who shows up in their business consistently. Also sustainably. So that's the thing here, is like keeping sustainability at the forefront in combination with consistency. So that's where consistency is going to look differently, slightly different for everybody, but I'm still going to always preach posting every day, marketing your business every day. And so we can do that through batching your content. I don't want to make this into a whole talk about how to create content, but it is a big piece of what keeps people stuck. So if you are feeling really stuck in what to post, then I would highly recommend booking an intensive with me, because we're going to, in 90 minutes, brainstorm. Like, I think one day we created like 60 posts in like a phone call, and just like magical. It just starts to flow when you get into that zone. So if creating content is a struggle for you and you don't know what to say, I would highly recommend doing an intensive with me. So just private message me that, and we'll set it up, because we can set it up for whenever works for you. And that also comes with the month of like free Voxer coaching as well. Anyways, so that's number one, creating the content. Set your timer for 20 minutes and write. Oh my God, Chaz, 20 minutes. That's so fast. That's so long. Get into the habit of creating content for 20 minutes. And so what happens is that you can start to use your phone and your notes on your phone as a way to capture ideas that come to you whenever they come to you, right? So like, I have found that when I'm in my most relaxed state, that's when I get like so many content ideas. Like when I'm watching football on Sundays, like over the winter, I get so many content ideas. When I'm sitting on my bike working out, I get so many content ideas. When I go for a walk and I'm listening to a podcast, so many content ideas. So I just capture them all on my phone. Right? So easy. You can just stop and write it down. Stop and write it down. You don't have to write the whole post out. You can just write down an idea and then come to it again another day. So when you start to capture these things as they come to you, these little like unique downloads that come to you all over the place, and you can capture these things and you put them in your notes, and all of a sudden you start to believe, holy heck, I am a content generating machine. I know what I'm talking about and I'm so good at it. You start to affirm to yourself that you are amazing at what you do, that you are good at creating content. You are good at marketing. You are good at building relationships with people because you're doing it. So it starts to shift your mindset when you have the evidence of like 1,800 posts on your phone that like, yeah, I'm freaking awesome at this, right? You are. Anyways, so what else do I need to teach you about content creation? That's it for now. Set a timer for 20 minutes. Use the ideas that you have in your notes, elaborate on one, write it out on your phone, save your hashtags, create a bunch of hashtags. I'm not talking a lot about hashtags today, but create them, save them on your phone, and then you copy and paste into your caption. So let's talk about graphics. So now creating the graphics, creating the thing that's going to catch people's attention, right? You're scrolling. What's capturing their attention? It's the graphic. It's the visual. It's the picture. It's the video. It's the saying, right? So I like to say, like keeping it simple, what are the things that make you stop? When you're just scrolling Instagram or scrolling Facebook, what are the kinds of posts that make you stop? Is it the picture of my lovely face? Or is it the picture, the quote? Is it the reel? What's causing you to stop? Because like I said before, this is going to be the easiest way for you then to create your content, right? By doing what makes you stop. Because if it makes you stop, chances are really good it's going to make your ideal client stop, right? And that's what we want. That's what we want. We want them to stop the scroll. So we have like just milliseconds to capture people's attention. So we gotta like capture their attention with this like graphic. And you do not need to be a graphic designer. No, 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 no. There's this great tool called Canva. Amazing, works like a charm. Where you can create videos, you can create carousels. Carousels are the one that you swipe. You can create your pictures in there with the sayings on it. You can create quotes because Canva has a million different templates that you can use. Use them. And then you change your colors to match your brand. You change the wording to reflect your brand. Well, at least you got a really good starting point there. Like really good, right? Use them. Use the tools that are just at your fingertips, right? You don't need to be a graphic designer or creative genius or anything. Use the tools that are already there. So look at the templates on Instagram. Boom. Copy and paste some of the things that you already wrote in your notes. Copy that onto your Canva into a graphic. Boom. Download, save to your phone. Boom. So that's like using Canva to create your graphics. You can also use Instagram to create your graphics. You can use the reels there. You can also just create straight up posts straight from Canva or from Instagram right now as well. And I'm not going to go too much into that, but Instagram does like it when you use their tools, of course. So if you can create your reels in the reels in Instagram, they're really going to prioritize your content. If you can create posts in Instagram, they're going to prioritize your content. Right now, unfortunately, it is like fairly basic, let's say, but that's okay. That's okay, right? We need to just capture people's attention. That's our goal with the graphic. So once again, you're going to set your timer for 20 minutes to create a graphic or a reel, right? So find the easiest way possible, like the easiest way. Like if you find that you're spending like an hour on creating a different graphic, no, stop yourself. Like, no. Chas says I only need to do 20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, if it's taking you more than 20 minutes to create a graphic, you're overthinking it. If it takes you more than 20 minutes to write your caption, you're overthinking it. Write it out. Let the shit flow. Just get it out of your head. Post it. Who cares if there's spelling mistakes? Who cares if like half your like words on your reel didn't show up? That's such a glitch right now. Trust me. See it on my Instagram. Like every reel that I've done, only half the graphics or half the writing shows up. Drives me insane. Can't fix it. Whatever. Done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. So what's the easiest way? Reels. Go for a walk. Use your camera. Take video. Write some shit over it. Done. Keep it simple. Keep your written stuff so that it's helping other people. You're getting them to think differently. You're shifting their perspective. You're like educating a little bit, right? And then in your graphics, you're capturing their attention so that they read the rest, right? And yeah, keeping it super simple. And so, yeah, like I like doing like when I was just at the beach, I just took like a whole bunch of videos on my phone, upload it, copy and paste, done. There's my reel. Add some music, la-ti-da, la-ti-da. Or sitting in the car, I used to do car chats with chat, and I would like talk into my phone, download, upload, reel, done. So keeping it simple. So keep reminding yourself, I'm keeping it easy. I'm keeping it easy. I'm keeping it simple. When it feels hard, you ask for help. When you feel like you're overthinking it and you're stuck, you ask for help. That's what coaches like myself are for. We're here to help you. Use us, right? Use us. If something's not feeling right to you, use your coach. Okay, so first 20 minutes, write it out first. Write it out first, okay? Get the thought out of your head, write it down. I never worry about editing too much. Maybe check the spelling mistakes a little bit. Whatever. Don't overthink it. Done, better than perfect. Graphic, 20 minutes, set your timer. Until you get into the habit, I really want to stress setting your timer because otherwise you can get distracted. I just did a post like yesterday on like ways to save time. One of them is turning off all your notifications and just focusing, setting a timer. Get into the habit of being intentional on what you're doing. So creating the content, creating the graphic. Thirdly, engagement. Engaging. Some social media managers will say to engage for an hour a day. If you want to engage for an hour a day, go nuts. I think engagement is like the most effective marketing tool out there because why? You're literally building relationships with other humans. That's what engagement is. You're conversing with people. You're having conversations with people. And it boosts your reach and it boosts your like the likes and the comments and the shares and the saves. It boosts all those vanity metrics. But more importantly, you're building relationships with humans. You're connecting with people. And I just believe that at our core, we're all very isolated and we want connections. And we want to have deeper discussions. So have them. And so this is where your true self comes through. This is where your authenticity shines through. This is where like, you help people. And that's what we're here to do, right? And so like engaging is just so easy. So easy. There's nothing to overthink. And so, but yet our brains really want us to overthink everything and make everything complicated. But let's think of engaging as going to a party, meeting people, and developing a friendship with them. Not everybody's going to like you. You're not going to like everybody else either. That's okay. You like find out that you're like, oh, I don't like that person's energy. You just keep end the conversation. It means nothing about them. You don't have to be a rude asshole. You just like move on, right? And so engagement. Who do we engage with? How do we engage? All the questions on engagement. So here's some tips on how to spread out your engagement. So can start by scrolling your old Instagram and just leaving a comment. I would say 5 minutes. Do 5 minutes or 5 comments. Up to you. Doesn't matter. But we are going to spread this out. You can easily spread out your engagement throughout the day in 5-minute blocks, 4-minute or four sets of 5 minutes for 20 minutes over the day, right? So what you could do is go to your feed and you just leave like a super genuine comment in somebody else's post. Give them some love. Maybe ask a question. Like be genuinely curious. Like, what do you mean more about like what you said about that? And like develop a conversation with them, right? Develop the conversation. Build relationships. Not just to make money, but for connections. The money will follow. The money will follow, and you have to trust that. So leave comments on like 5 people or for 5 minutes. Then go up to your stories and respond to people's polls. Respond to people's questions. We all love that when people respond to our stuff, right? It feels like, oh, somebody finally saw that. Oh, yay, somebody's actually like reading what I'm writing, right? Like we really like it when other people will respond to our stuff. And what does it take for you to be like, yes, no, maybe? Oh, yeah, that totally resonated. No, does not. Or I'm wearing blue today, like just like engage, because when you are in people's stories and you leave a comment, you are automatically in their DMs. And what a better place to continue a conversation, right? So you develop that relationship with somebody, you engage with them, you communicate with them. And then you maybe like ask some questions like, what are you working on today? How can I help you? Like, I love talking about that stuff. Like, is that something that you're struggling with? Like you can ask people different things. So my clients always ask me, like, what are some questions that you could ask when you get into the DMs with people? I say, what would you ask a friend? If you just met somebody at a party, how do you start a conversation with them? Right? We're overthinking it. And maybe it's been like, dude, I haven't been to a party since like 2017. I don't know what people talk about. Me neither. But anyways, I can guarantee it starts with you asking a question. The more you get the other person talking, it's easier for you. You don't have to think about what to say. You ask a question. So I like to help clients write out like maybe 5 different questions that you could ask to encourage engagement, to encourage a deeper conversation, to get deeper within that. So again, we just go to the 5 W's. 5 W's in the how. Like, get the other person talking about what, who, like, okay, so somebody like has a story and you're just like, oh, who's that for? Or like, I don't know, maybe that was a bad example. And, or like, what do you mean by that? Be genuinely curious. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that thing that you just said? And like, ask the questions. Where can I do that? Where can I learn more? How do you do that? Like I asked somebody today, how do you spend an hour a day on your Instagram? What do you recommend to your clients? And it encourages conversation. It encourages engagement, right? And if you do it in your comments, it really does boost your algorithm and how many people see you. And so, and positions yourself as an expert. Positions yourself as a person who actually knows what they're doing. Positions yourself as somebody who is leading with her heart, wanting to help people. Being genuinely curious. Keep it simple. Like keep the engagement process like that super simple. Leave comments in your feed. Leave comments in the stories. Do like twice a day, do it in the feed. Twice a day, do it in your stories. Guaranteed you will grow your audience. Guaranteed you will also grow your sales. Because you will be communicating with people in the know, like, and trust. And then they will want to buy from you because you're a nice, wonderful human that solves their problems. Okay, so recap. 1 hour a day for marketing. Marketing is know, like, and trust. So it's like, even just when I say that, know, like, and trust, you understand why engagement is so important, right? Otherwise, Instagram can very easily become just a place like a billboard on the side of the highway. We're just scrolling past the things, we're driving past the billboard, and we don't even really notice them anymore. Until I start engaging with Anna all the time. And then now I see her posts more and I engage on her posts, and now she's become a friend. You know, maybe we'll work together in the future. Maybe we'll collaborate together in the future. Who knows? But you don't know until you start engaging with people. And so, engagement is also responding to your emails. Please respond to your emails. You can, like, if you're only doing it on a certain day, set an autoresponder so that people know. Be like, yeah, like when people leave comments on your stuff, say thank you. You know, what made you think that? Like, encourage more conversation, being genuinely curious. You're at a party, your social media is your party house. It's the party house, right? These people are coming to your party. You might not like everybody at your party, but you're going to talk to everybody at your party, because what if you do like everybody that's at your party? How fun is it being then? How fun is it to work your business where it's a big party, right? When you love what you do, it becomes easier. And then all of a sudden you don't really watch the clock anymore, because you're loving engaging with people. You're loving the marketing process because it is a party. That's why us marketers are so fun. Right? And so, yeah. So, all of this 1 hour a day is to allow your marketing to become easier. Marketing is one piece of the business pie. And so, my next course program that's in April is on the 3-hour workday, to help you structure your whole day around working 3 hours so that you can live your life and enjoy your life and enjoy your family. Your kids will be like, "Oh, hey mom, nice to see you this week." Right? So, so yeah, working less, living your life more, because I really believe that that's what makes us happy, and I really believe that that's what we're put on the planet to do. And when we chase doing more things to make more money, our happiness gets stolen. And so I'm here to help you create happiness in your life, and that is through creating ease. And marketing, I am gifted at making marketing super easy for you. And sometimes things come up that are hard. Sometimes you have shitty money stories that come up and that are hard. And then you like realize that nobody's buying or everyone's buying. And you're just like, I need more ideas for content. And this is why you have a coach. When you're frustrated that things aren't going how you want, and you feel really lonely being by yourself, that your husband looks at you like you're an alien, when you're crying your eyeballs out of how like frustrated and disappointed you are, that's when you have a coach. So I would like to invite you to my mastermind. We're going to start at the beginning of each month for now. And so ideally, we're going to start on Monday, which is April 3rd. And we can work together for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. If you do the 12-month option, we're going to go on a little vacay together, because I love traveling. And so the longer you commit, the more we get to go on a vacation. How sweet would that be, right? Fun, fun, fun. Anti-hustle vibes, sitting at the beach, talking business, talking life, talking like all the things. Perfect. Margaritas and naps. Perfect way to grow the business, right? Yes. So that's if you join it for 12 months. So what you're going to get in the mastermind, we're going to work with you. Like, this is not targeted specifically for your life, specifically for your business, specifically for your schedule, right? That's what you do in a closer container with a coach. You work more specifically for you. I'm a teacher right now, teaching you the framework of working 1 hour a day. Content, graphics, engagement, right? content, graphics, engagement, set a timer. It's done. It's done. And so, yeah, I love my mastermind because we talk about like, all the things. It's like, what do we do when our husbands aren't on our same wavelength? And, how do you come up with that content idea? What should I do with the pricing on this one? Right? You have like your people that you can connect with at any given time. And to help you create more ease, to help you create more happiness, to help you create the life that you want to live. Right? And knowing that business does not explode overnight, that it takes time to build your business and grow. So you may as well have support along that journey. Because like I said at the beginning, you don't control your results. Your timing is not necessarily God's timing. So I'm a big believer in one-on-one coaching. I'm a big believer in masterminds. It really just depends on how you want to connect right now. So I would invite you into the mastermind. Payments start at $400 a month or $3,333 paid in full for the 3 months. And the longer you commit, the cheaper it becomes as well. So fantastic deals going on. And so, yeah. So if you like my vibe, you like this anti-hustle vibe, you like the structure, because lots of people in my spiritual, energetic world really like crave structure, and they're so good at what they do, but they're just like, I don't know how to market. I don't know how to create content. I'm going to lose my mind. Hey, I suck. No, you don't. You're awesome at what you do. You just need to learn how to simplify things. Stop thinking so much and start doing a little, un poco. Anyways, so I would invite you to that. Send me a DM if you are interested in that, or if you would like to join the 3-hour workday. I will send you the link for that because that's where I'm going to be promoting next. And I'm so thankful that you were here today, and I hope that this is very helpful. I would love to have any feedback that you have, so you can either email me at info@chasyoung.com or send me a DM on Instagram at xochasyoung, right? That's my name. XO Chas Young. And I am looking forward to communicating more with you. And I really hope that was helpful. Remember, it starts with the belief that I don't need to work all day long. I need to be very potent in my posts, be potent in my engagement, intentionality, and focus. I love you. Enjoy your life. Go have some fun today. And I wish you the best. Bye.